Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it.
Kiki, and I'm back again with another video. Okay, as you can tell by the title, I'm doing a story on my pregnancy on my firstborn child. Currently, I'm at a gas station because I want to record a quick video, so I'm not going to make this video too long. But you know, you guys know I have a son. His name's Avon, or if you don't know, now you know. And Avon has autism, right? So Eric and I were talking about having a child back then, and at the time we were in Alaska, and I just straight up say, hey, I want to have a child right now. So he was just like, no, for the longest. And I was like, okay. So then, you know, I got in my ways and kind of got an attitude. And he eventually gave in, and I will never forget the day. It was summer solstice in Alaska, right? Because at the time we were in Alaska, beautiful place, but super boring. Let me just say that, because we were in Fairbanks, Alaska. But anyway, we started trying, right? And I was so focused on trying to conceive and have a baby. I think it just added stress to our relationship, and I was just like, why am I not getting pregnant? Could it be me? Do I have issues with my body? I didn't go to the doctor or anything to seek help, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just chill and not really think of it, and we'll just see when it happens. And at the time, we were PCSing, meaning moving to another state, to Georgia, about 2-3 months later, right? Anyway, my friend, she hit me up. Her name was Nita. She hit me up and she said, hey, I had a dream that you guys had a child, and it was a son. You guys gave birth to a son. Well, I gave birth to a son. And I was like, that's strange. I was like, yeah, right. Like, I don't know. I just understood. No, I just came to the conclusion that I was accepting that I'm just not going to have a kid, right? That was just my perspective on that. And the craziest thing, you know, I moved to Georgia, and you know, one day I went to my mom's house, and she was helping me move our stuff from a U-Haul to Columbus, Georgia, because we stayed with her for a month, and then we moved our stuff to Columbus, Georgia, which is about 2 hours and a half away. So we got our stuff out of a U-Haul and stuff like that. But anyway, we rented a truck, and I never forget, I was driving a U-Haul vehicle, and I just kind of like pulled over real quick and threw up, right? Just straight up threw up. And it was like green stuff. It was almost like acid. I was just like, oh my gosh, like what did I eat, right? Because mind you, this is my first time getting pregnant. I'm just kind of trying to get used to this. I didn't know anything what was going on. So anyway, my mom's in the passenger seat, and she's like, are you pregnant? I'm like, yeah, right. You know, because like I said, I already had that mindset that I'm not going to be able to get pregnant, you know, for a while. And I was okay with that. Well, I wasn't necessarily okay with that, but I was accepting the fact slowly but surely. So I was like, yeah, right. Yeah, no, I'm not pregnant. Anyway, my mom made something later that day, and I threw up again, and I was just like, she was like, all right, Kiki, it's 2 times in a row or something like that. I was like, yeah, and so what? You know, I'm probably just sick, or it's just the food that you made, you know, kind of like blaming it on her. And so, I was like, you know what? I'm not a child that really, or a person that really gets sick. So I just went ahead and, you know, took a pregnancy test and stuff like that. Well, anyway, I got it back, and at this time I already moved into Columbus, Georgia, because like I said, my mom was helping us. So I ended up taking a pregnancy test. I went by myself to like CVS or something, and I got one of those pregnancy tests that's like 5 in a pack, because I wanted to make sure, right? I took every one of them, okay? I peed on every one of them. I'm not gonna hold you, you know, that's just what it was. I need to know. So, you know, you have to wait to pee on those sticks. You have to wait at least 3 minutes, if I recall, or 1 minute, something like that. I peed on all of them. And I took it, you know, when Eric wasn't around. He was still at work or something. So, you know, I was anxious. I was just like, kind of waiting for the timer to count down to tell me, because I had one of those pregnancy tests where it was just showing that you are pregnant or you're not pregnant. Okay, it's gonna tell you. Okay, not the plus minus. I don't like that one. I just don't like it. But y'all, and I just put the stick after, you know, peeing on it. I put the stick on the ground, and I turned it around because I didn't want to look at it. Y'all, when I picked that stick up, my heart dropped. It changed. It said I was 3 to 4 weeks already, and I'm like, what? You know, like, nah, this can't be right. And, you know, picking up the other sixes, like I said, I had peed on every last one, and all of them said that. I was just like, my heart dropped. I was like, there's no way. There's just no way. No way, right, that I was pregnant. Anyway, I sat there for a minute because I was trying to process it and everything. And then I called Eric, right, because I need to tell somebody, get it off my chest, right. I'm not sure how you're going to take this, but, you know, I just want to let you know that I have something to tell you. He's like, okay, so what? Because that's just the type of person he is. And so I was just like, we are pregnant, you know, and I said it just like that because it was almost like a hesitancy in my voice, right? And I said it just like that, and it was quiet. It was crickets on the phone, and I was like, hello, you know. I had a little attitude back then. I'm working on it, so I'm becoming a better person. I'll just say that, and I'm loving the person I'm becoming, because I used to be a really evil and mean person. But I was back then, I was like, hello, are you gonna say anything? Like, come on, say something. And so all of a sudden, I just hear him like sniffling over the phone. I'm like, hello. I said, are you crying? He was like, yeah, I'm crying. He was like, are you serious? Don't be effing with me and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm not. You know, I took the pictures of the pregnancy test, and I sent them. Yeah, I couldn't wait for him to get home. I just wanted to let him know. Like I said, I was so excited and so anxious. I had all of these emotions just like pour over me at one time. I had to let him know right then and there. And I was very impatient. I'm still a very impatient person as of today. But anyway, he came home and like gave me the biggest hug and stuff. He was like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. And he was crying some more, and I was just like, man, it was awesome, y'all. It was awesome. It's almost got me like tearing up a little bit right now. But anyway, pregnancy was rough, y'all. It was rough. I remember telling myself, I was like, Kiki, because it was so rough, I kept throwing up for like 5 months. I was like, this cannot be pregnancy, right? It just cannot be what this is giving me right now. It was so bad on my body. I was just like throwing up. I couldn't eat anything. Eric would come around, and it would be like certain, you know, soaps that he wears, or, you know, took a shower or something. I was like, yeah, get away from me. I was acting real evil, y'all, but I swear it was a pregnancy, you know, talking. I was just like, get away from me right now, you know. And I'm like, close that shower door when you take a shower, because I cannot take the smell of you right now. Just get away from me. Just, matter of fact, just sleep in the living room, you know. And he was just trying to like figure out like what's really going on with me, and I was just like, I don't know, I'm just not feeling good, right? Yeah, I remember just laying in bed, and I was just like, I almost wanted to just like, it almost seemed like I just wanted to give up. I was just like, should I even keep going with this pregnancy? And it's the craziest thing, y'all. Can't believe I just said that out loud, but I was just really going through it. I was like, what is this baby doing to me? But anyway, it was like that for like I said, 5 or 6 months, and then it got better, and I started feeling more of myself and stuff like that. I was nauseous every day, right? And it just suddenly stopped. So I was happy. And, you know, basically and I told everybody on Facebook and, you know, social media, and, you know, all my friends and family. But anyway, after that, I had an 8-month appointment that I needed to go to. I asked Eric if he wanted to go, and he was like, no, because I think he just got off the field that day, the night prior. So I know he was tired and stuff. So I was just like, oh, it's okay. You know, I'll be okay. And I think it was just to see the baby, you know, one last time to check if everything was okay and stuff like that. Anyway, ago, and she's checking me and stuff like that. And yeah, she's checking me and things like that. And she was like, honey, if I check your blood pressure one more time, and if it's high like that, you're gonna be giving birth today. Like, you're going to the back. I'm gonna push you to the back. And so I was like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? You know, I didn't understand. And she was like, yeah, because your blood pressure is really high right now. I'm like, or the heart rate. It's either blood pressure or the heart rate. I can't remember. And I'm like, okay. So she checked it again, and, you know, she hit the button, and she just rolled me back to, you know, the room. And, you know, it was like almost all a blur, because I was like, what is going on? Like, I'm really about to give birth today. I wasn't prepared, y'all. I didn't pack a bag, none of that. Like, I just was just going in there to, you know, thinking I'm just gonna have a normal appointment. That was it. But anyway, I ended up packing a bag and stuff like that. Or no, I had called Eric, and, you know, he was waking up out of his sleep. He's like, huh, what's going on? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, I'm about to give birth. So yeah, just hurry up and get up here, bring all my stuff, pack this, and that, and bring me some Taco Bell because I'm hungry. But yeah, so anyway, pregnancy, or just giving birth, that process was rough. I think I was in labor for about 18 hours, something like that. So crazy that my mom and my sister, and I think my baby sister at the time, they came down to see if I was going to give birth that day, and I didn't. I gave birth actually the next day at like 8:10 or something in the morning. But y'all, I had to get a balloon put down there. Like, what? The thing that goes through, you know, your private, you know, like the thing that you pee in, if that makes sense. It was like 4 or 5 different things, y'all. I was just like, I was so uncomfortable. I was like, no, like, y'all. And I was like cussing at the you know, staff and stuff like that. I was super upset. I was like, what is going on? Like, y'all, get me out of here. Like, I don't care what y'all do at this point. If I need to have a C-section, that's just what I have to have right now. I don't care. Just get it out of me right now. And I was calling my baby a it at the time. I was just like, what is going on, you know? But anyway, I gave birth to my son. He was so beautiful. I had to attach pictures and stuff like that. And yeah, I was just like, wow, I really was strong enough to birth him. And I birthed him a month early, right? So he was a preemie. My son, he was only 4 pounds 10 ounces. Like, and even today, like, he's so like skinny, you know, and he barely eats like, you know, regular food. It has to be like stuff that he likes, like chicken nuggets and pizza and stuff like that. But Aben, he's awesome. And, you know, him being a premature baby, that kind of was one of the reasons that he has autism, because that's what they say. You know, premature babies can lead to having, you know, what's it called, disabilities and things like that. So that's what it was. And over time, sure enough, 18 months, I got him tested and stuff like that. But that's in another video. You guys have to go look at that one. I don't want to go into that story. But Aben, he's amazing. He's 5 years old today. So yeah. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, like, share, comment, and let me know y'all stories down below, and I'll do another video of my daughter. Bye.